Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's Strategy of the Week for the 20th of December, 2013. 3 simple steps to profits with VectorVest. This is Kevin Crowe, Manager of Retirement Services, and I'll be your host this evening. I heard it once said that some people make things happen, some people watch things happen, while others wonder what the heck just happened. The current market conditions has the potential to pull people in one of these aforementioned directions. In that spirit, this evening's strategy can put you in the first category of proactively making things happen while being prepared if they do not. Tonight we'll use VectorVest to focus on methodology to make sound trading decisions. I'm going to leverage Steve Chappell's presentation of last week to focus on when to buy, what to buy, how to buy, and when to sell as a means to make money if we're correct, or remain on the sidelines or limit our losses if we're incorrect. The MTI will be used as our early warning signal to get our potential list of stocks ready, because now is the time to be getting your potential buy list together versus what most will do, scrambling on a confirmed up. So let's take a look at our objectives and our outline of our strategy this evening. First, as I stated a moment ago, we'll demonstrate when to buy, what to buy, how to buy, and when to sell. Additionally, we're going to use a process that is repeatable across most bullish VectorVest strategies. And third, we'll implement a simple, disciplined, and systematic shares selection process. So let's begin by going to our home page. And I'm going to move up here and I'm going to click on Graphs. I'm going to click on the MTI. And I'm going to change our chart from end of day to weekly. And I'm going to use a 1-year time frame. Now the reason I use a weekly chart, and that will be the core of our strategy this evening, is that the daily charts, in my opinion, cause people undue anxiousness and fretting over what the market's doing on a day-to-day basis. By using a weekly chart, it has been my experience that it just slows things down and gives us an opportunity to think and make rational decisions versus emotional decisions. I'm going to begin by moving to the date of the 24th of June, 2013, and I'm going to push this chart all the way to the right, because we're going to make an assumption that on that date this is what we were seeing, and we did not know what was to the right or the future. So at this particular point it appears as though we're putting in a low, but do we know that for sure? No. However, let's look at a couple things. One, we can see our MTI is at 0.66. If we move forward 1 week, we can now see our MTI has changed from 0.66 to 0.81. So we're moving in the correct direction. This provides us with an opportune time to begin putting our shopping list together. Let's move forward another week. And on this particular week, which would be the 8th of July, 2013, our MTI is now above 1.01. We've moved from a low of 0.66 to 0.81 and now to 1.01. I'm going to click on our confirm calls, and as you can also see on that date, VectorVest issued a confirmed up signal. So let's summarize what we've done here. We have been watching the market. We've been moving up on a weekly basis. We've been watching our MTI move higher. And finally, on July the 8th, we also receive a confirmed up. Armed with this information, let's take a look at some of the parameters by which we'll choose when to buy. One, as I just mentioned, we want to buy on a confirmed up. Secondly, we want to make sure the MTI has been moving higher week over week and is now above 1.0. And also that the VectorVest composite has closed above a 10-week moving average, which I will show you in a few moments. What to buy? Well, we're going to make this really simple and straightforward this evening. I'm just going to go to Stock Viewer and I'll choose from the top 20 stocks that meet the following criteria. I'm going to select the top shares sorted by CI, the comfort index, with a growth rate equal to or greater than 15, price equal to or greater than 25, average volume equal to or greater than 250,000. Our recommendation has got to be a buy or a hold, because remember we're transitioning with the MTI moving higher. And finally, I want relative value, relative safety, and relative timing equal to or greater than 1. We'll also set up our charts the following way. We're going to use a weekly chart on a 1-year time frame. We're also going to use a 10-week exponential moving average of price. We'll also include volume, It will also include a 10-week exponential moving average of volume. How will we buy? We want the shares candlestick to close above the 10-week exponential moving average, volume above its 10-week moving average, and we're going to place our order 5 cents above the weekly high price of that particular share. We will sell because we have to have a discipline on both ends, a discipline to buy and the discipline to sell. But we will sell when weekly prices close below the 10-week exponential moving average, or we receive a confirm down, whichever occurs first. And you can see I put in parentheses here that our confirm down market call is the trump card. This will overrule all other issues. So going back to our home page in our market timing graph, click on moving average, go to exponential, and click 10. I'll activate the exponential moving average of price, and now we have a 10-week moving average of price. Well, let's go back through the buy criteria that we talked about a few moments ago. We've had price moving up week over week. We now have a confirmed up. But please notice, additionally, we have on this week of the 8th of July 2013 a candlestick close above our 10-week exponential moving average on the VVC. So armed with this information, I'm going to come up top here to Viewers, and I'm going to click on Stock Viewer. Now remember, we've got to change our date to the 8th of July 2013. I'll click OK. Now I'm going to go through the process of picking our first stock because we used the parameters that we wanted price above a certain level, and we wanted RV, RS, and RT all above 1. And I'm going to sort by CI, and as you can see we have CI declining from highest to lowest. Come back to the front of our screen, and one of our criteria was a price equal to or greater than 25. Well, the first stock I come to is Flight Center Travel Group at $42.40. Let's see if it meets some of our other criteria. Well, we have RV greater than 1.0, RS is greater than 1.0, RT greater than 1.0. Our recommendation equals a buy. Let's scroll to the right and look at volume. Our average volume is 587,600, and we have sorted by CI. So I feel pretty comfortable this might be a stock to consider. My next step will be to right-click on Flight Center Travel, move down to View Stock Graph. Now I'm going to change our chart from daily to weekly. Why? Because I find this very confusing. I find this raising my anxiety level. I find it making me focus too much on the small things versus the big picture. So I'm going to change this to a weekly chart. I'm going to add an exponential moving average, in fact a 10-week exponential moving average. And remember, we began this journey on July the 8th, so I'm going to go back to July the 8th, and I'm looking for a couple things. First off, have prices been moving up over the past several weeks? Well, they have. In fact, what's really interesting to me is even during a confirmed down in this particular stock, as you can see, prices continue to move higher. We received our buy or confirmed up on the week of July the 8th, and now let's pay particular attention to this particular candlestick, because we're going to use the high price of $45.33 as our entry, but we're going to add 5 cents to this. Now, there's no magic to 5 cents. You could make it 10 cents, you could make it 20 cents. It's up to you. The purpose of adding to the high price of the stock on our confirmed up is we want follow through in the market, and we want follow through in the stock. So let's kind of write this down. $45.33 plus 5 cents is $45.38. We'll go forward 1 week. Did we get into the trade the following week? Well, we can see our high was $47.18. We wanted $45.33 plus 5 cents, or $45.38. So we are now in the trade. We're going to move forward in this trade a couple weeks at a time. We're in at $45.38. We're now at $46.89, and I'm going to use the high price as a basis of comparison as we move forward. We had a little bit of a sell-off the following week. And also I'm going to make, as I stated earlier, I'm also going to make volume part of the equation. So on our confirmed up, prices started to move higher. I'd like to see the green volume bars at or above that exponential moving average. Let's keep moving forward. We're now at 48.44, and now on the 10th of July 2013, we have a confirmed down. Using our closing price of 49.39, and we got in, if you recall, at 45.33 plus 5 cents of 45.38, we are now going to close this trade. Now I can hear all of you saying, yeah, but. Well, remember, we don't know what's to the right. So as a consequence, part of making money in the market is having the discipline to sell when you need to sell. So on this date, we would have sold for a profit at 49.39. So we're in this for about $4 of gain, or just roughly 9 to 10%. Now remember, we've made this in a period of about 3 months, from the 8th of July to the 7th of October. About 3 months. That annualizes out to about 36% a year. Remember, we're going to buy stocks 1 week at a time. So I'm going to go back to our home page. I'm going to change our date, and I'm going to come forward 1 week to the 15th. Click OK. Make sure that we continue to rank or sort by CI, which we have. Come back, and moving down the chart in terms of price, the next stock that we come to that is over $25 a share and meets all of our other criteria, RV, RS, RT greater than 1. We have a recommendation that equals a buy. And now we'll right click. We'll go to View Stock Graph. We're going to change our graph from end of day to weekly, 1 year. We have our exponential moving average of price in place. We have our volume. And now let's go to the 15th of July. We also had our confirmed up, as we illustrated a moment ago, the week before. So we're going to take the high price on this week. The high price was $30.92. We're going to add 5 cents to that, make it $30.97. Well, as you can see, this turned out to be a very good trade. Several weeks into the trade, we're at 36.33. Remember where we started? At $30.97. And then on the 10th of July, we hit our confirmed down. Now let's take a note here. Although the candlestick is still above our 10-week exponential moving average, we've hit our trump card. And we're selling this stock. We're selling it for a nice profit. We've gained approximately $10 on a $30 stock. If my math is correct, that's about 30%. And we've done this with good order and discipline. We've gotten in a very precise manner. We have followed and made sure the MTI continued to climb higher. We waited patiently for our confirmed market timing call, up call to occur. And then we bought stocks with the discipline of the parameters that we laid out a few moments ago. So in summary, let's take a look at what we've accomplished. First, we have a selection method to use with, in my opinion, most bullish VectorVest strategies. We have a solid game plan of to when to buy, what to buy, when to sell, and how to buy. Third, we added shares on a weekly basis. Again, we're cutting out the noise. We're cutting out the day-to-day clutter and frenzy of the market and making our decisions in a calm, rational way and choosing stocks that meet our buy criteria. We're using fairly conservative implementation of this strategy by waiting for the MTI, confirm market calls to confirm our buy or sell signals. As a consequence of having something that is simple, disciplined, systematic, and repeatable, we have control of our process and, equally important, our emotions. And finally, we are developing successful buying and selling habits. I've often asked the questions of people who attend our seminars. Is profits the most important attribute of a skilled trader? Mostly the answers are yes. I would counter with that by saying the most important attributes of a skilled trader is they have developed successful buying and selling habits. I hope you enjoyed our presentation this evening, and I hope you have a great weekend.